And joining us for the first time in 2020, District Attorney Scott Reilly, representing the 36th Prosecutorial District. And of course, we're wrapping up 2019 as we sit here on New Year's Day, but a Happy New Year to you.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year to you. I hope you had a nice holiday, and our family certainly did.
Well, that's great. It's good to hear. And I know that you had a very busy year, and one of the things that you wanted to start off with, as we do, I guess, our first report of 2020 to wrap up 2019 is some good news came down just recently about a Veterans Court.
Exactly. The Veterans Treatment Court is something I campaigned on when I was running for election. It's something that we have really tried to prioritize. We were hoping that it would come a lot earlier, but we have very good news that we will be implementing our Veterans Treatment Court beginning in 2021 when the 10th District Court judge is added to our district. We count so much on our veterans to defend our freedom, and when they come back and unfortunately get tangled up in the criminal justice system, I really think it's our obligation and duty to do whatever we can do to provide the resources to help these veterans get the help that they need to get back on track. One of the things about our Veterans Treatment Court is that every veteran coming through the court, and we expect about 12 to 15 at a time, will have another veteran mentoring them to help them make sure that they get the resources and the programs they need to get better.
Okay, and I know we'll be hearing more about this as we get closer to 2021.
Yes.
Year in review, you wanted to talk about a few things that have happened in 2019, and I guess you wanted to start it off with murder cases.
Right. When we came in, we wanted to prioritize cases based on age and the severity of the crime. So we had a number of murder cases, 60 murder cases to resolve. A lot of those went back from 2013, which is just unacceptable for a victim to have to wait that long for closure. One example of one that we took care of was a 2013 case, the case of Nancy Austin. It has a 2-week jury trial. She was found guilty of first-degree murder and received a life in prison sentence. Going on with our very severe cases, the ones that we prioritize the most are sex offense cases against children. And so we prioritize those cases, and earlier this year, Ricky Waldrop was also a 2-week trial, and he received a sentence of 140 years. Now, you don't always measure success by the number of years, but on that one, that was a very difficult case where he had raped numerous of his own biological children, and we felt that we could not give any type of plea bargain. That had to go to trial, and once he was found guilty, the judge gave him 140 years in prison. In our
final 30 seconds to a minute, I wanted to touch on something that really has come to the forefront this year. It's the fact that some folks have died from drug overdoses, and you've been prosecuting that. And I know that's been an important focus of the DA's office.
Exactly. We were appalled by the number of opioid overdose cases in our district, so we worked really hard with law enforcement to make those cases a priority. And thankfully, we were able to prosecute successfully 2 people for selling drugs to underage persons who ultimately died of overdose cases. Helva Stula was found guilty of second-degree murder. Erica Haas was found guilty of manslaughter and trafficking in opiates. Both received significant jail sentences, and hopefully we sent a message to people, if you're going to be selling drugs or opiates to our young people, we're going to take it very seriously, and we're going to do everything we can to prosecute the cases. Lastly, the death by distribution bill was just passed to make it significantly easier for prosecutors to win these type of cases, and it really adds a lot more time to the prison sentences. So that's how seriously we take these cases.
So much more we could talk about. We don't have the time for it, but if folks want to get an update on what's going on in the District Attorney's office, how can they do that online?
I would encourage them to go to our website, KYTABA.com. You can hear about our Veterans Court. Most of the cases that come through the court, we try to put up a synopsis of those, our volunteer work that we're handling, and other things that are going on in the justice system. You can go on our website, KYTABADA.com.
Okay, I wanted to get a plug in for that because it's a relatively new site, and it's really filled with a lot of information.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of accolades. A lot of the other district attorneys' offices around the state are trying to fashion their websites around ours because it really is a good one. It's easy to navigate. It really gives a lot of information to victims, and also people are just wondering and making sure that things are going well in the justice system.
We appreciate all the updates from 2019 as we start off this new year. Look forward to more updates this year as you continue on. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Rob. Thank you very much.
District Attorney Scott Reilly, the 36th Prosecutorial District, joining us on WHKY-TV News.